Greetings, this is SpecOps56 and my faithful cameraman John, coming to you from Taste Testing Central. Today what we're going to do is we're going to taste some beef jerky and some dehydrated pears that John and I did somewhere between 3 and 4, at least 3 years ago, maybe as far back as 4 years ago. And he took a bunch of it home and I had a bunch of it, and this is some that I've kept just as you see it here. It's been in my refrigerator for that 3 to 4 years. So we're going to go ahead and taste test it. We're going to find out just how well home dehydrated jerky and fruit will hold up for that amount of time. Consider now, if you were to vacuum pack this, and this is what I'd recommend if you're doing your own, is to vacuum pack it and then pack it in cans or buckets with airtight containers with oxygen absorbers and stuff, stored in a cool, dark, dry place, and it'll probably last for 10 years or more. But these have just been in these baggies like you see here, and these containers and been sitting in the drawer, in one of the drawers in my refrigerator for all this time. So we're going to see how well they've kept. Get close up here, John, and you can see kind of what it looks like here. And these dehydrated pears, you can kind of see what they look like. And now come on over, John, and we're going to go ahead and taste this stuff. I'll taste something from each one of the containers. Now I'm going to pull me one here, you take one. If I remember correctly, I think I did these with 2 different flavors. I think one might have been plain, and the other one I think I've had cinnamon, put cinnamon on.
This one's plain.
This is plain.
And how old did you say? 3
to 4 years. Minimum of 3, up to 4.
It's still got a good flavor.
It sure does. It tastes like a dehydrated pear slice.
Like you just did them.
And it is the one that was plain. Didn't put any kind of flavoring, seasoning on it at all.
It's still right sweet.
It's still, it's still, as you can see, it's still perfectly pliable.
That's hard to believe. That long, it still tastes that good.
Now we'll try the one, I believe this is the one that has the cinnamon flavor on it. That's probably why it's darker in color. So
let's give it a shot too.
Pick one. These are also still flexible. Definitely taste the cinnamon.
Those turned out well.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like eating candy.
Matter of fact, it is. Better for you anyway.
That's damn good. Yeah, it tastes like we just dehydrated.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
That is not bad. That will keep a number of more years.
I think it will. I'm going to put these back. I'll put these back in the refrigerator. And we'll come back in another 2 or 3 years and do another taste test.
Alright.
I'm interested to see just how long these will last.
That turned out excellent.
Alright, now let's try the jerky. Now, I don't remember what seasoning we used on this jerky. I think we used 2 different ones, so that's maybe why it's in 2 different bags. So I'm gonna find a small piece. And grab a piece. And these, as you can see, you know, they're not like your commercial jerky that you buy at the store, which you find is usually more moist and more rubbery. That's because they're not dehydrating it for long-term storage. The stuff that you get commercially, you know, it's intended to last a few months until you buy it at the store and eat it. All that moisture that they leave in it, if you tried to store that long term for years and years and years, it'd go rancid.
Yeah.
Okay. This is how you need to have jerky for long term storage. Yeah, it's a little bit tougher to eat, but you just have to take a bite and just let your saliva kind of moisten it up and chew on it.
It's good. It's just like you said. I can't tell you the flavor.
Mm-hmm. The other thing about having it drier like this is that you could pound it into a powder, mix it in with some fat, some dried fruit, and make pemmican. That's how the Indians did it. That was their traveling food, their winter food.
That's good.
Yeah.
The flavor's still there.
Flavor's still here. Sure is. Don't remember what flavor we used. I think it might have been some teriyaki.
Kind of tastes that way. That is good.
Let's try the other one. See if it was a different flavor or not.
That is good to be that age.
Yeah, I think this one had we used a different flavoring on this one. Might have been some barbecue, some hot sauce from the smell.
And again, that's the way it should be if you're going to store it.
Exactly. You want to get the moisture out of it because it's the moisture that causes it to go bad. That and if it has too much fat content. But even with the fat in it, if you're dehydrated enough, it's not going to be a problem.
Mm-mm.
And this, you can see, still had a little bit of fat in it, but it's as dry as the rest of it, so it's not a problem.
I'm quite surprised. It's still got good flavor.
Yes, it does. I'm thinking this one had a little bit of hot sauce.
It may have.
I don't know. I do believe I remember putting hot sauce in one.
Teriyaki in the other.
And I think I can taste a little Louisiana sauce flavor in it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And it's pretty good.
yes, you're doing a good job. Not bad at all.
So anyway, that's our taste test to see how well this stuff would stay good in just keeping it in a baggie in the refrigerator. Not the way I would recommend that you store your dehydrated foods for long-term storage, but it can be done this way. 3 to 4 years, we could have done this stuff yesterday, last week.
Yeah.
So, hope you find this information useful. Till next time, this is Spec 56, and
You know me.
you know him, saying so long. All right,
That was good.
finishes off.
Cam too.